Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here today and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch one of my videos. Today we're going to continue making my leaf for my workbench. Give me like an folding extension. I got this piece of plywood from Harbor, not from Harbor Freight. I got this piece of plywood from Home Depot and it was on their bargain cart. 70% off because somebody started cutting it. So it's got a cut about 3/4 way through the plywood. The good news is I need 60 inches for my workbench and it's cut right at 60 inches. So I think that's a win. So we're gonna set up our track saw, my wind track saw, and we're going to finish cutting that cut all the way through, and then we'll cut the width of the shelf. It's been a while since I've had time to work on this. I finally got my tractor fixed and back on in the field. Not the field, but the yard, I guess. Anyway, and I had fixed my girlfriend's dryer and did a whole bunch of other things, so I haven't really had time to get back on this project. But today it's a little bit cool in the morning, so I thought before I turn the fans on, I'd get started on this. I wish my arms were about 3 inches longer. Okay. I've used this wind track saw for a while now. I've used it several times and I really do like it. I'm really happy with my purchase. I did do a review on it. I compared it to the Grizzly track saw, and my intention is to someday just do a long-term review on the wind track saw after I've used it for a while. But so far I've been impressed. It's been a really good track saw and I've been real happy with my purchase. Okay, let's take the camera over to the workbench and let's decide just how wide I want that leaf to be. Okay, we're going to put this up. I haven't put the other screws in here yet either. And I think I'm going to put braces underneath here, metal braces, and I haven't done that yet either. But let's see how long this is. We've got 19.5 inches. So I think I'm going to go out maybe 24 inches. 24 inches down from the top would put it about right there. I could go 26. That would give me 4 inches of overhang. Let's go with 26 inches. I guess since I'm cutting this long one, let's get my dust collection going. This is much easier than dragging out that big dust collector and hooking everything up. Since I'm only making one cut, if I was doing multiple cuts, and I would probably take out the main dust collection for the shop and do it that way. But since I'm only making one cut, this Bauer shop vac will work just fine. And yes, for those of you that are wondering my switch mod is still working. And that is our tabletop. Let's take it over there and set it up on the brackets. Okay, we've got it on the brackets, just sitting on top of it. This edge is flush with the original workbench. I still have a 1/2 inch here for my 1/2 inch plywood that we'll put on top of this. On this side, just a tad bit long. On this side, I'm just a tad bit long. I want to follow this edge right here, so we're going to cut probably 1/4 inch off right here, which is exactly what I wanted. This is also 26 1/4, so we're going to take 1/4 off this, but we're going to cut it with the factory edge. That way we get a nice clean and square cut. So let's take it off the brackets, and we'll get the table saw set up, and we'll make our final cut for this one. Okay, this is going to be plan B. I wanted to use my table saw to cut that additional 1/4 inch off the top, so I would have a nice clean square cut. But the piece is too big for the table saw, and I don't have enough surface area to make it a clean, accurate cut. So we're back to the track saw, and we're going to cut this 1/4 inch off. One end was 3/16, and the other end was 1/4 inch, so I was off about 1/16 of an inch. So I remeasured that, and hopefully when we make this cut, I'll have a completely square piece. Okay, let's cut this off and measure it. We're going to do the same thing to the edge for the very same reason. $59 3/4. $59 3/4. Okay, we've got it cut to length. It's exactly as wide as the original table was, and it's out 26 inches. The problem that I didn't anticipate is the latches to bend it down are about right here. and right here. So I think is what we're going to do is I'm going to mark it and cut maybe a 2-inch hole so I can stick my finger down there, pull up on that latch to fold it down. When I'm bringing it up, it'll lock automatically. To unlock it, I'm going to have to be able to reach that lever so I can unlock the bracket and fold it down. So I think is what we're going to do. We're not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until I get the 1/2-inch sheet of plywood on here. And also, this is bowing a little bit in the middle just from the weight. So I think we're going to have to put some kind of a strengthening thing right here up underneath to keep the plywood from sagging here in the middle. There's also going to be 2x4 ribs right here and right here. And then we'll continue the dog holes, bench dog holes, right as we do it. Then I'm going to put one piece of the T-track here on the edge. So that's as far as we're going to get today. And I got some other things I need to accomplish today. But we got a good start on it, and we'll cut that other piece tomorrow morning. All right, it's been a couple of days since I've been back on this project. I went ahead and cut the 1/2-inch plywood for the top. I didn't video it because it's basically the same thing as when I cut the 3/4 inch and thought it would be kind of repetitious. So anyway, I did cut the 1/2-inch about a 1/4 inch bigger all the way around than I did the 3/4 inch. The reason I did this is when I get it all together and get it glued down and ready to put on here, I can take my router bit, flush cut bit, and go around, and that way I know for sure that both pieces are going to be exactly the same size, and it'll have a nice flush edge all the way around it. I made a grid. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I made a grid of where I'm going to put my screws. I thought about using the tapered wood way to clamp this down, but I didn't want to waste a bunch of wood, and I've never been able to get that to work right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start. I'm going to put the glue on. I'm going to start in the middle and put probably 1, 2, 3, and then work my way out. And that should flatten it down onto that bottom piece. And then of course I will put clamps all the way around the edge of it. And then we'll let that dry for about 24 hours. Let's get it. That feels pretty good. We're going to start here in the middle and spread the screws out. That way, as it pushes down, it pushes the wood out. And this is on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. The screws in it. And as we put it together, if the screws are in the way, we can just move the screw. Okay. Okay, let's get some clamps. We're going to put clamps all around the edge, and then once it dries, I might put some screws here on the edge too. Remember, this is the bottom, so it doesn't matter what it's going to look like. It's going to be hidden anyway. Okay, I've got the top clamped together. I got the 1/2 inch plywood on the bottom, 3/4 inch up on top. I purposely cut the 1/2 inch about 1/4 inch larger than I did the 3/4 inch. The reason I did that is that gives me about a 1/8 edge on the 1/2 inch that I can take my Bosch Colt router with a flush bit and trim it all the way so I have a nice even edge on both pieces of plywood. In order to do that, I decided to go on Amazon and buy me a Milescraft Router Base for it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to unbox it. We'll put it on the router base and try it out. And also I will make a separate video on my review of it. And you can watch both videos. So let's open the box and we'll see what's in the box. We've got the base. Boy, that's bigger than I thought it was going to be. We've got an instruction manual. We've got 2 handles. Some hardware. And that's all. Oh, and we also have some questions. Our products matter to us. Our customers matter even more. Leave us a review and tag us in your photos. Okay, so I guess these are stickers. I ain't gonna worry about that. Anyway, let's look at the manual and we'll see how we're going to put this together. These are centering pins. You can put them in this side or that other side, and then when you take a piece of wood, you can actually route, like if you need to do a dado directly in the center, you can use these. That's what those are for. Okay, we've got that. Now when I do my edge, I've got a real good control over it. I think I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon. I think that's might be a good deal. Okay, I've got my router set up. I got my flush bit in the router and my Milescraft base. It's going to make it much easier to use this flush bit. So let's get started on this corner and work my way over there. I'm going to, you always want to go counterclockwise. So actually, I need to start right here. Because you always want to use this in a counterclockwise area so the router doesn't get away from you. Okay, woo! Look at all that sawdust. I wish I had a dust collector on this one. That gives me a very nice, even cut. I've got a little bit right there. I missed that right there, a little bump right there. Other than that, that looks really good. I'm not going to record myself doing the whole thing because it's just repetition. But once we get everything cut, I'll turn the cameras back on. Okay, I'm fixing to put that tabletop on the brackets. I did put 4 more screws, 2 more screws in each one, so I've got 4 screws in each. And then on the bottom side, I put this bracket right here on each side. And that is pretty sturdy. So I think that's going to work. Okay, I got it on the brackets. It is not mounted yet because we have a snag in my project here. This side, if I can get in close here, has maybe a 1/16 inch edge right here. And then in the middle, the plywood is bowing. And it's going down. As you can see by my straight edge. Right here. You can see where the plywood is bending down, probably about 3/16 of an inch, and coming back up. This side, right here, is fine. It's flush. It's flush right here. It's not right now because it's not sitting down flat on the bracket, but this side here is good. So we're going to have to figure out what to do. I'm thinking I'm going to take this bracket right here and cut me a groove in the plywood with my router, just like a maybe 1/16 of an inch groove all the way around. So this side will sit down lower. The middle here, I'm not sure what we're going to do with. I don't know. In 2020 hindsight.
But hindsight is 2020.
I probably should have used 3/4 inch presswood particle board instead of this 3/4 inch plywood. Okay, here's my solution of this table just being a little bit too high on this end. I took my trim router and cut a 16th inch groove in the plywood here. So when I set this down now on the hinge, that'll be recessed into that groove, and my table will be level on this end. Okay, we've got it mounted to the brackets. Let's flip it up and lock it in place. This end is now flush with the wood. I mean, this end is flush with the other table, and this end is also flush. It's still dipping down in the middle here, about 3/16 of an inch. My idea that I have for that, let's put it back down. My idea is to put a piece of 2-inch angle iron from maybe right here to right here and bolt it down to that plywood. And I think an angle iron will straighten this middle out, and then we'll do the same thing on the outside. And also remember that I'm going to make some collapsible outside legs, so not all the weight's going to be on these brackets when it's up. We'll make some kind of a leg that can fold in on itself to help to support the outside of the bench. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap this video up. We still got a lot of work to do, and this video is also getting pretty long in the tooth. So please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Good luck in your projects, and we're going to see you next time.